It's called the Cow Creek Fire, although that's a little confusing because it's not in the Cow Creek drainage. It's actually in the next drainage over. It's actually in the West Creek drainage area. It's very remote. Just to give folks an idea, it took ground crews approximately 5.5 to 6 hours to hike into the area. It's in an area where there are no trails nearby, a lot of down and dead timber. The last time a fire was in that area was in 1646, which kind of gives you an idea of how much timber might have built up over the years. Mike will give you a little background of how we got to this point.
The fire crews yesterday, they got up and immediately started assessing their situation, and they devised a plan of attack to try to go we call it direct attack. That's when they go right to the edge of the fire and try to dig line around it. At that time it was estimated of about 12 acres. At 9:30 yesterday, and this will give you an idea of how warm and dry it was yesterday, they had already seen trees starting to torch. Mid-afternoon, we do what's called a complexity analysis to analyze if we have the appropriate resources on scene. We are in a unified command with the Arapahoe Roosevelt Forest.
The biggest concern is safety of the firefighters and the public. And we know our firefighters out there on the ground can take care of themselves. They're used to dealing with this type of fire situation under these conditions. The age of the forest contributes a lot to the dead and downfall in the forest, which, as Mike mentioned, that restricted the access by the crews, and that's what took them so long to get there.
As far as residents are concerned, we are continuing to just let residents know of the status of the fire.
People are just aware of the fire. There haven't been any reverse 911s. There is a structure protection group assigned also to that fire down there. So
the Type 2 incident management team, who we said will be coming to manage the Cow Creek fire, will manage that fire as well, which will enable them to share resources and aircraft and be a lot more efficient.
There will be resource benefit from the fire. It's an area that hasn't burned in 350 plus years. Interagency cooperation when managing a fire is essential. No one agency can manage a fire like this by themselves.
Yeah, as we know in Colorado here, if the thunderstorms come in, we get the erratic winds. As Jeff and Mike said, the fire behavior in the lodgepole is driven by the wind and the slope. So if we get that, the fire can move in several different